Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a company that's making waves in cancer treatment. It's like trying to solve a puzzle, but instead of pieces, we have numbers and legal jargon. We'll see if they found the missing piece or just move some around. Before we dive any deeper, if you appreciate getting real insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss corporate filings with other passionate people. We're looking at an 8K filing from Kura Oncology, a company focused on discovering and developing cancer medicines. An 8K filing is basically a company shouting, hey, something important happened, and we need to tell everyone right now. This report tells us about an update on their clinical trial and a virtual investor event. The most important event happened on June 12, 2025. The big news here is about their drug Ziftomenib and its effects on acute myeloid leukemia, which is a type of cancer of the blood and bone marrow. Kura Oncology is working with Kyowa Kirin, another pharmaceutical company, on this. This trial, called COM07, is testing Ziftomenib in combination with standard chemotherapy, which is like hitting the cancer with two different weapons at the same time. They're specifically targeting patients with newly diagnosed AML who have certain genetic mutations called NPM1-min and KMT2AR. These mutations are like specific weaknesses in the cancer cells that Ziftomenib is designed to exploit. Okay, here come some results. 92% of the patients achieved what they call a composite complete remission CR, and 80% achieved a complete remission CR. Complete remission means there's no sign of cancer after treatment. The composite complete remission is similar but includes patients who still have some abnormalities in their blood counts. A big chunk of patients, 92% and 80% respectively, achieving those remissions is really encouraging. Let's break that down into the patient groups with different mutations. Among those with the NPM1 mutation, 93% got CR and 84% got CR. For those with the KMT2AR mutation, 89% got CRC. It looks like the drug is pretty effective across both groups, although potentially a little more so for the NPM1-men patients. Now, MSD negativity is another key thing to look at. This means there's no detectable cancer left. Even at a very sensitive level, they found that 71% of NPM1-men patients achieved MRD negativity with a median time of 4.7 weeks, and 88% of KMT2AR patients within 4 weeks. This is a very positive signal. Here is another important point. The medication didn't delay the recovery of key blood cells. That's important because chemotherapy can often knock down these counts, leading to infections and bleeding problems. The fact that Ziftomenib didn't make this worse is a good thing. The length of time they followed these patients is also important. For the NPM1-min group, the median follow-up was about 25 weeks or about 6 months. For the KMT2AR group, it was about 16 weeks or about 4 months. For the NPM1 patients, they hadn't reached the point where they could calculate the median duration of remission or overall survival. Basically, the patients were still doing well. For the KMT2AR patients, median duration of remission was about 26 weeks. They couldn't calculate for the same reason as above the overall survival. The report emphasizes that 96% of the NPM1-men patients and 88% of KMT2AR patients were still alive and participating in the study. This suggests the treatment has a positive impact on survival. Now, what about side effects? This is always a critical consideration. The most common side effects related to Ziftomenib were, for example, low counts of certain blood cells, which can cause fever, bleeding, and infection. All of them are well-known side effects of chemotherapy. They also reported a few cases of differentiation syndrome and QT prolongation, but these were successfully managed. Looking ahead, the company plans to start phase 3 clinical trials called COM0017 in the second half of 2025. Phase 3 trials are larger and designed to confirm the drug's effectiveness and monitor side effects. Of course, there's always a disclaimer about forward-looking statements. This basically says that things might not go as planned and the future is uncertain. Basically, don't expect this report to be a 100% definite prediction. The document provides a link to the company's quarterly report for a more complete picture of the risks and uncertainties. If you're considering investing, it's definitely worth checking out. The filing also includes an exhibit which details presentation materials. Overall, this 8K filing paints a pretty positive picture for Kura Oncology and its drug, Ziftomenib. The clinical trial results are promising and the company is moving forward with phase 3 trials. However, it's important to remember that drug development is a risky business and things can change quickly. Now, what are my thoughts on Kura Oncology and this filing? Drug development is never a sure thing, and there are always risks involved, from clinical trials to regulatory approvals. However, the potential upside is huge if they can successfully bring Ziftomenib to market. The company is betting big on Ziftomenib. While the risk is always there, remember that reward goes to those who take risks. They're working in a space that has high unmet medical needs, and this could potentially change patients' lives. So it's our breakdown of Kura Oncology's latest filing. What do you think about these results and what they might mean for the company's future? Let me know in the comments. If you found this analysis valuable, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.